Okay, for NCRPO Chief, Anjo, CNN Philippines.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, how sure are we that this guy acted alone? May kumakalat kasi, sir, na video na merong dalawa sila doon. Well, apparently, it's fake. It's from 2014. Can you once and for all clarify that?
Yes, this person acted alone. He was alone from the start until end. From the first time that he entered the establishment o yung Resorts World, no, yung pintuan ng Resorts World, he was already alone. He left his car inside the car park. At pagpasok niya, he was already hanging his baby Armalite dito sa shoulder niya, no? And merong security doon, probably internal security lang doon. It's because hindi naman siya talaga security guard, babae pa. So nakita niya when he approached him, when she approached the guy, nakita niya yung firearms at doon pa lang na-rattle na siya. So tumakbo na siya, and she was seen by the public na nandoon. So that created panic already, no, and stampede. That caused now the minor injuries ng mga 54 na tao doon. So because of that panic, merong mga nasugatan, merong napilay, all minor injuries.
Sir, may nakikita ba kayong lapses sa security ng hotel? Why, in the first place, nakapasok yung baby Armalite, pati yung 1 liter of gas?
Tinitignan natin ngayon yan, no? I think the hotel management will also strengthen their security on that after this incident.
Okay, for NCRPO Chief pa rin, Tuesday New, Deo de Guzman and Vic Samintak and Hannah.
Sir, hi sir, to Director Albayalde. Sir, yung mga fatality, saan po sila nakita? Na ipon-ipon ba sila sa isang lugar o kalat-kalat sila nung nakita po dun sa loob ng hotel?
Practically dun sa gaming area, dun sa casino, dun sa gaming area sila lahat nakuha. Dun sa gaming area, none on the rooms. Wala dun sa mga rooms kasi nakalabas lahat ng mga occupants ng mga rooms.
So pwede nating sabihin sir na hindi na sila pinalabas doon ng suspect kaya hindi na sila nakatakas pa o nakalabas anywhere else?
That's not probably what happened, no? Kasi itong suspect, he was all over. In fact, he was all over. Nandun lang siya, dun sa stairwell, nagpahinga siya dun sa stairwell. He was monitored through CCTV. Kaya alam natin siya na nag-iisa. In fact, we have pictures there, we have CCTV footages of him. No? Hindi naman niya binantayan yung mga tao doon. What caused...
Niransak po ba niyo yung doorknob ng room at nakapasok siya sa loob?
We have not talked with the chief security yet kung talagang yung tao na yon he frequents that place, no. With regards to your question, paano siya nakapasok, binabaril niya yung doorknob. Binabaril niya yung doorknob ng mga kwarto para mabuksan niya.
Thank you, sir.
Deo.
Good morning, sir. Sir, sinasabi niyo po kanina nag-iisa lang po siya and closely monitoring po through CCTV. So, kung namomonitor po siya, bakit po parang tumagal pa yung insidente kung namomonitor naman po itong nag-iisa na perpetrator na ito?
Yes, we ran after him. Remember, kaya hindi siya nakalabas doon, it's because we were already there. A few minutes after the Resorts World Management called for police assistance, no? Kaya hindi siya nakababa. There was even a very short encounter between him and the responders na PNP. So he went up at the 3rd floor and then he went up to the 5th floor. Nagsunog siya ulit ng carpet so that it will be covered by thick smoke again, tsaka para mawala kang makita dun sa CCTV. Dun na nawala yung kung nasaan siya.
Yes, sir, with the security...
So we went we cleared the hotel room by room. We started, on the 5th floor. But when we went up to the 5th floor, he went down to the 2nd floor, and he even burned another BMW car there. So when we went up to the 6th floor, he went back to the 5th floor. Doon na siya nandun sa room 510.
With regards naman po dun sa security ng hotel, May baril po ba itong mga ito? Para po kasing kulang sa training, kulang sa paghahanda. Maraming kakulangan po yung kanilang security.
During that time, wala tayong nakitang firearms na hawak nung internal security doon.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Vic.
Sir, just a follow-up kay General Albayalde. Doon sa, di ba sabi niyo naka-heightened alert na kayo matagal na dito sa NCR, di ba dapat may mga police personnel sa mga private establishment? At that time, nung mag-commence yung ginawa ng suspect, meron bang available na police na nandun mismo sa Resorts World?
Yes, we even have a PCP there. Remember din sa mga clusters of hotels, we have PCPs. Kaya mabilis yung responde kaninang madaling araw. We have PCPs there. Just like in the Soler area, meron tayong PCP dyan.
Yung pagbitbit niya ng long firearms, bakit nahayaan pa siya na hindi ka agad na respondihan?
Well, unang-una, natataranta na yung, yung security ng hotel. Siya mismo, pagkakita pa lang niya, tumakbo na. Instead of calling immediately for assistance, nag-scamper yung mga tao doon including the security, who is a female.
Sa ngayon, magre-recommenda ba ang NCRPO na kailangan magkaroon ng close coordination with the PNP personnel and the private security of the private establishment?
Actually, we were directed by the Chief PNP to coordinate with all the security officers of all the resorts and hotels in Metro Manila. And we're going to do that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Hannah. Then, Rida and Chona and Pia. Guys, we still have General Padilla and Chairman Santiago.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, na-mention kasi dun sa mga tweets na na-monitor, especially kami sa media, na-monitor namin. Nung early nangyari yung incident, nung simula pa lang, hindi lamang yung media ang na-alarm, kundi yung international community din, pati na rin yung gising pa at that time, may nag-tweet na kino-confirm na ISIS. So, you have clarified kanina po na hindi nga ito terror attack at walang relasyon ng ISIS. Do you have any message po dun sa mga nagtitweet na nakaka-alarma at nag-remind pa yung Twitter na huwag maniwala sa mga tweet na hindi nagmumula sa mga media entities?
Well, when I was called upon na merong ngang incidenting ganyan, unang-unang sinabi din nila yan, that there's ISIS. Ang lumalabas when the people yung mga tao while
Sino sumisigaw,
it's because
Yung
yung
mga
mga
tao
tao na nagtatakbo, they always assume na pag may mga ganyan, it's always ISIS, no? So yun ang yung pinapakiusapan natin mga kababayan, no? Huwag silang maalarma, huwag silang palaging i-relate yung anything that is violent to any terror attack or to any terror group for that matter.
Okay, thank you, Hannah. Pia?
Sir, could you tell us exactly how the gunman died? Kasi may mga conflicting statements coming from earlier interviews kanina na saying na police na nakapatay, and he shot himself, tapos before burning himself alive. Paano po ba talaga, sir?
Most probably, although wala pa tayong SOCO report, no, meron siyang gunshot wound sa head. So and he was really burned. So nakikita natin dito, binuhusan niya yung sarili niya ng gas. He covered himself with a blanket. Tsaka may mga foams doon. And he ignited himself. And then he shot himself. Binaril niya bago masunog totally yung katawan niya.
Tama ba, sir? The police discovered patay
Him
na siya?
already dead, yes.
Okay, Rida? GMA 7?
Sir, konting ano lang po dun sa timeline. Anong oras po ninyo natanggap yung tawag? Tapos sir, kasi nag-deploy kayo ng battalion doon mismo. Meron ba information na isa lang tao o marami sila?
Around 12, past 12, short, mga 12:10 siguro, 12:05 ganun, no? Past midnight yon. So we were there around mga 12:15. And I was really very near dahil sa bikutan lang ako. So it took me only around 5-10 minutes to be there. And kasi ang initial report kasi it's yun nga, no, it's a terror attack. So I called reinforcement at from the Special Action Force, and halos kasabay ko din silang dumating doon. Mabilis yung reaction din nila, and we want to thank them also. And of course yung ating RPSB together with the SWAT from Pasay. So ganun, hindi naman kami that kadami, pero enough yung aming personnel na nandun kaninang madaling araw.
Sir, going back to the security measures, ano do we expect mga tiga Manila, tighten security talaga, like additional checkpoints or augmentation po of additional personnel?
Yes, we've already tightened our security measures dito sa Metro Manila since after the Marawi incident, since the start of the Marawi incident, no. All over Metro Manila, we have activated our checkpoint operations. We intensified our Oplan Sita, and all other target hardening measures. And of course, yung ating presence sa mga places of convergence, and yung pagbabantay ng mga vital installations. And we have augmentation coming from the Joint Task Force NCR of the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Okay, Chana?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let me ask this question from FB Presidential Com for General Padilla. From Aldrich Ignacio, why is the military not, basahin ko na lang, sir. Yes. Why is the military not doing forced evacuation just like when there are typhoons? It will be easier for our troops to identify who the sympathizers and are which obviously allegedly are all over Marawi.
Well, first of all, forced evacuation is done if you know an approaching typhoon. We can predict it and we can plan and prepare for it. In the case of Marawi, this erupted right there and then after we tried to make and effect an arrest together with our police counterparts. So it was an emergency that evolved through the days since more than a week ago, and it is not such like a preparation that can be done during a typhoon. But we are doing that right now. That's why we made a call on all the trapped residents and gave them a procedure on how to come out so that we can assist them faster and safer.
Okay. Maricel Halili?
General Padilla. Sir,
Yes,
I
Maricel.
understand ngayon po yung deadline for the operation. Supposedly, kakayanin po ba ng military? Kamusta na po ba yung operation natin in Marawi?
As I mentioned in previous updates, if I can clearly recall, no, deadlines are relative to the amount of resistance that still exists and the threat in the area. It was a deadline that was set forth and provided by the Secretary of National Defense, so we can aim for it. But the final decision actually rests on the ground commander. And based on the report that we're getting, I don't think we can meet the deadline today to completely, I'd like to qualify that, to completely free Marawi of every single armed element in every street. So that's what we're trying to do. That is the first military objective that we want to achieve, to free Marawi of any armed element that still exists to date. So until such time that every member of this armed group, this rebellious group that still wants to make a stand inside Marawi exists, we cannot totally say we have cleared Marawi. But we are working and we are doing our best to do and accomplish this mission immediately.
How about, sir, yung update po kay Isnilon Hapilon? Alam po ba natin yung kanyang whereabouts? Kasi meron pong lumalabas na info na baka raw nakatakas na dun sa area.
Yes, that information came out, but there are much more information that says and indicates he's still there.
So, tukoy naman,
Yeah,
sir.
nandun pa po siguro at pasensya na kayo, hindi ko po pwedeng i-discuss.
Okay, Rosalie Cos, UNTV, to be followed by Tina Mendez, Philippine Star.
Hi, Sir Padilla.
Yes,
Good
Rose.
afternoon po. Sir, may natatanggap po ba tayong intelligence reports na mga diversionary tactics ng mga kalaban ng pamahalaan since yesterday, President Duterte mentioned that ISIS, yung pong pag-attack sa Marawi, matagal ng plano. So, is there a possibility na maging ang mga supporters ay meron na po ba dito sa Metro Manila, supporters ng ISIS, sir?
Where there have been attempts already, alam naman po natin yung pag-atake sa kampo ng pulis natin sa may Maguindanao, sa mga nagiging pag-atake sa mga detachment natin sa iba't ibang lugar. Pati na yung mga ibang armadong grupo, nakikihalo na rin. This and all comprise the diversionary activities that are being conducted by sympathetic groups. We're ready for it. We're aware of it and we're ready for it, and we have been able to thwart any of these attempts. In fact, many operations are being conducted right now in other areas that we still have focused military operation. One such place is Sulu. So tuloy-tuloy pa rin dito at madami tayong nagiging successes. The other day lang, we were able to neutralize 2 more ASG members, if I get the numbers right, and effect the arrest of 1 more. So this comprises all our activities to preempt any kind of diversionary activities of armed elements.
Okay,
Pwede po ba nating sabihin particularly na walang ISIS supporters sa Metro Manila?
As the police NCRPO chief said, we have not monitored any, and we are sharing information continuously on this. We guarantee and we assure our citizens in the National Capital Region that all your security forces are continuously working to ensure that we are free and safe from any kind of these threats.
Sa part po ng government, ISIS claim po dun sa attack, sinasabi nila na sila yung may kakagawan, and then even US President Donald Trump nag-mention din siya ng terror attack. Nauna pa po siyang mag-react, sir, from the government. So,
okay. Well, people who are interested in propagating their own position will take advantage of any opportunity to do so. However, as has been proven, this particular situation in Manila is not in any way directly linked to terrorist attacks. So we have to approach this thing in a very sober manner, and regarding the tweets coming from abroad, I think we should listen to our own people first.
Okay, thank you, friend. Okay.
Rose, may I just add to the Secretary's comment that generally a lot of quarters overreact to situations like this, especially now that we are having all these events in Mindanao following the declaration of martial law and the eruption of hostilities in Marawi. Our recommendation and our advice to the public is first be discerning of what you get from social media and find out whether there is basis to believe that news. Second is to ensure that you compare this with your surroundings and whatever events are happening, because for all you know, nandyan lang po kayo sa mga tahanan nyo, tuon lang ang pansin nyo sa television, pero hindi nyo nalalaman yung nangyayari sa kapaligiran nyo, normal na normal. So, come out and cross-check is what we want to point out. And at the same time, do not pass on any of this news that may be fake, so that we don't unduly alarm our community. That is actually what's happening here. We're overreacting. We should not overreact. We should be calm, we should be rational, we should be logical whenever there are events like this. And that is what we highly recommend, and at the same time recommend our communities to start doing and propagating.
Tina Mendez.
Hi, sir. Good morning. To Chief NCRPO, may we know if there were foreigners who were part of in the fatalities?
The identities are yet to be ascertained, no. I think the SOCO are still conducting yung investigation dun sa area, kaya yung body count pa lang ang nabibigay nilang feedback sa atin. Yung identities, wala pa tayo nun.
As such, sir, how sure are we that the suspect that you were saying was really the gunman who entered the resource?
Yes, he was here. I even have a picture of him dito, no. That's why I told you, based on sa CCTV footages na tinignan natin, pagpasok niya until the end, mag-isa lang siya. And he was identified, and all over yung from one place to another, from one corner to another, iisa at siyang naglalakad doon sa Resorts World na yun.
Sir, based on your descriptions earlier, it seems that the person knew where to park his car, how to use the stairs going up and down from first floor to fifth floor, and is that just a profile of a regular criminal?
Well, it's not far-fetched na he's frequenting that casino. No? Kasi most probably, sabi nga, he's mentally disturbed. Baka talunan ito sa casino eh. No? Talunan ito sa casino. And we don't want to also yung possible motivation is yung robbery dahil kinuha niya yung worth 113 million na worth na casino chips eh. But the only thing is hindi mo pwedeng ipapalit yon. Hindi mo rin magamit yon, no? So, and iniwan niya yon when he was being pursued. Iniwan niya yon dun sa kubeta kaya we were able to recover that. At yung Resorts World naman, it's a very common place, no? Meron siyang sariling parking. It's like going to SM Mall. Parang pumunta ka lang sa SM dun eh. Meron siyang sariling parking. After you park your car, you get inside the mall. Ganun na kasimple kasi yun eh.
Sir, yung pong mga namatay, ano po, sa second floor lang sila? Were they sprawled all around?
Yes, they were all over dun sa casino area.
Sir, ano po bang ginamit na pampa-ignite sa carpet? Kasi if I recall it right, yung Resorts World, malawak yun eh. It can accommodate hundreds of people or casino goers.
He was bringing with him gasoline na nasa 2 liters na bottle of Coke, no? And apparently, meron pa siyang extra. Kasi inubos niya dun sa casino yung isang yung isang bottle of Coke ng gasoline. At ang pinagsindi niya, yung ginagamit natin na igniter na mahaba. Yung ginaganon. No?
And then, sir, you said he set him up on fire before shooting himself?
Probably, because meron siyang tama sa sa ulo.
And
you
then,
could not possibly shoot yourself and then set yourself on fire. Diba?
Sir, he wrapped himself sa kumot?
Yes, naka siya. So, binuhusan niya yung sarili niya ng gas. He ignited himself, set himself on fire, then bago siya, he shot himself.
Sir, that's just a profile of a regular criminal, sir. Yung mga ganyong, alam niya yung ginagawa niya, alam niya yung impact nung paano gamitin yung gas, paano, is not that a suicide, a terrorist, or something?
No, of course not. If he's a terrorist, most probably he's bringing with him tons of bombs, no? Na nandito. And most probably he could have shot everybody there with all his ammunition with him. Full pack siya. No? He was bringing with him an Armalite rifle. Why would he not shoot everybody there? Disturbed.
I see. But sir, there was maximum impact because there's international impact and then deaths of many people.
Well, it has really impact because there were several deaths. No? Talagang that's the repercussion nung nangyari, no? That's the result of his criminal act, no? But it doesn't mean that his acts can be attributed to terrorism. Because if he's really a terrorist and he will set himself on fire, he would rather detonate himself, no? Bringing him tons of siguro or kilos of TNT sa katawan niya, and then detonate himself and then blast the whole hotel.
Thank you, Tina. NCRPO Chief, allow me to read a question from Lani ng FB Presidential Com. Gumagana ba daw po yung sprinklers? Fire alarm? Bakit ang daming namatay sa suffocation?
Yes, that is now a subject of investigation. No? Yun ang titignan natin. Kasi kung yan ay nasunog, the sprinkler should have activated, should have been activated.
Okay,
So that is-
friendly reminders, MPC, please limit your questions, one question follow-ups, to give ways other MPC. Okay, Jenaline?
Secretary Abella, what was the President's reaction to the incident and what were his directives to our security forces in dealing with after the Resorts World incident?
Basically, there was I do not have the direct reaction from him, but there was a security briefing earlier in the guest house, and so it was determined, and exactly the statement that I gave was actually a result of that particular briefing.
General Padilla, sir, has the military decided if you're gonna limit or suspend the airstrikes following the incident?
No, we are not. The incident that occurred the other day involved a particular aircraft, and this will be the subject of the Board of Inquiry. The aircraft and the crew involved have all been pulled out and are administratively back in their headquarters for debriefing as well as counseling. You know, the worst scenario that can be likened to the worst nightmare for every pilot who tries to assist his fellow uniform services on the ground is to have a case or an incident like this. So we need to assist and help our personnel overcome this. At the same time, our Army is also helping the bereaved families go through this very trying time. And sa punto pong ito, nais ko lang din pong ipaabot, kami po'y nagpapaabot ng pasasalamat sa lahat ng mga pamilya na namatayan ng kanilang mga mahal sa buhay dahil sa insidenteng ito. At ang narinig po namin, karamihan po sa kanila ay tanggap itong mga nangyaring ito dahil alam naman po nila ang bigat at risk na dala ng isang sundalo pag pumupunta sa isang gera. Yung komento po ng isang ginang kagabi sa isang interview ng inyong kaibigan na kapwa media, nagdala po ng konting consolation sa lahat ng ating mga kasundaluhan, pati na ho sa mga tao na involved. Similarly, there were postings in Facebook that tried to bring and communicate their support to the soldiers. And we thank the public for this. It's very hard. During these times, we become very emotional. Thank you.
Sir, last question. Sir, Secretary Lorenzana admitted this ammunition is running low. Is the military gonna boost acquisition?
Your armed forces will never run out of ammunition, my dear. We have the general arsenal to keep on producing, and even if they want to keep this fight up to the end of this month or this week or whatever, we are determined to take care of all these forces that have brought and disturbed the peace, brought violence and disturbed the peace to the peace-loving community of Marawi. So, katulad nga po ng sabi ko sa huling parte ng report natin kanina, kami po ay nananawagan na sana this armed bandits will come to their senses, surrender, or face the dire consequences of military action, and that means sure death.
JP? Microphone, please.
To General Padilla. Sir, the Defense Department has already released its arrest order. Sir, in the coming days, are we seeing that we will also release arrest warrants for drug lords, narco-politicians, following their support to militant groups in Mindanao?
There has been a list that has been approved that in effect indicates identified personalities that need to be arrested. So I'm not privy to the list, but this will be the subject of implementation in the coming days. I cannot divulge the names for security reasons, and whatever else that we can find in the next few days as potential supporters of this armed rebellion will be dealt with accordingly.
Sir, with the President's pronouncements na somehow they're involved in the threat of drugs is somehow contributing to the aggravating situation in Mindanao, sir, do you recommend to include the threat of drugs to the scope of martial law that is being implemented?
The conditions that are placed on the Constitution regarding having martial law are very clear. It only calls on two situations, one, rebellion, and the other, invasion. There is no other conditions other than those. The conditions prevailing right now in Marawi and elsewhere in Mindanao constitute rebellion and partly invasion, and that is where martial law was based. Other than that, anything related to rebellion and invasion may be connected to it, but if it's not, then we cannot.
For General Padilla, Pia Gutierrez.
General, ano po yung mga conditions na nagpapahirap sa ating mga tropa on the ground, reason why we could not meet the deadline today, sir?
Unang-una, mariin pong binigay na guidance ng ating mahal na Pangulo is yung lahat ng law-abiding citizens at saka mga civilians na nandyan pa sa lugar ay kailangan pangalagaan ng safety nila. Kanya pinagutos ng ating hepe, si General Eduardo Año, mariin niyang diniin ito sa lahat ng ating commanders na sa lahat ng gagawin nating military action, mangingibabaw ang buhay ng mga kababayan natin na naiipit dyan. Kaya nga sinabi namin na piling-pili ang pag-apply natin ng military power sa mga lugar lang na sigurado na wala na tayong mga sibilyang natitira. Kaya nga po pangalawa doon sa sinabi ko kanina sa mga courses of actions natin dito, isiguraduhin na mailikas natin yung mga naiipit pa nating mga kababayan. Kaya ang aming pong ginagawa ngayon, maski na po mahirapan kami, basta sigurado na walang mamamatay na isang civilian sa mga loob ng mga lugar na yan, dahan-dahanin natin ito. At hindi natin gagawan ng brutal force o applyan ng brutal force. Kaya nga sabi natin, commensurate application of appropriate military power to deal with the threats, to ensure the safety of our civilians and lessen collateral damage.
For Chairman,
Yeah. You have a question for Ms.
yeah, for Chairman Santiago, ma'am, ano daw po yung possible mga difficulties na haharapin ng peace corridor sa mission nyo sa Marawi City? Yung mga tingin nyo magiging problema nyo, in case lang po.
The main reason for having the peace corridor is really to make sure that that corridor is safe and secure, because as you know, the main market of the people from Malabang all the way down to Marawi, the main market is Marawi. So marami na nagugutom doon na mga nag-evacuate. So kasi ang ating tingin lang is ang evacuation pumunta lang sa Iligan. No, so we think that that's the place. Pero marami dito sa rural areas na to. All the way down, yung pula na yan. So medyo nakalimutan sila. So when I went to see ARMMN the other day, they said, "Ma'am, hindi kami makapasok dyan." Kaya humanitarian assistance hindi makapasok. And because we have the ceasefire mechanism where the AFP, PNP, and the MILF are together, and the MILF really knows that those communities well. So ganda ng possibility ngayon of working together. So yung sinasabi, what could go wrong? I think we can deal with the problem of security. So yan ang main dyan. Pagka nabukas na natin yan, then the food can come in, the relief assistance can come in. So I think we're very good with the kind of mechanism we are setting up.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Presidential spokesperson, Ernest Abel.
That brings the end to the question and answer. But we'd just like to continue to, again, like to pick up on one of the comments earlier that said that, about calling our attention regarding the release of fake news and the release of unverified statements or comments. We'd like to enjoin, especially the netizens, to please exercise responsibility and try to, I believe this is a particular historic moment for all of us to be able to come together, that in spite of all the differences, that we all work towards the preservation of peace and unity in the country. Siguro panahon po siguro ipairal ng ating pagmamahal sa bayan, a sense of patriotism, that we aim to build and to bring people together instead of trying to separate. no matter what our political colors are, we still have just one nation, one country. And so again, thank you very much. And tomorrow, it will be Saturday, and Sunday we'll have Raja Rambayan for a Q&A.
Yes.
You can, what you'd like to suggest is that you text in or to submit to Raja Rambayan your questions, and so that we can have the appropriate people to answer it and to have the right answers. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Malacanang Press Corps. Thank you, General Padilla, NCRPO Chief Albayalde, Chairman Irene Santiago, and Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella back to our main studio sa Radyo ng Bayan and PTV.
Naga City in the Bicol region has been known for its evolving unique governance paradigms and local governance programs. In fact, it has been recognized by various national and international institutions, receiving numerous awards for these achievements. The city leadership, with the people's ardent support, continues to inspire creativity, participation, and productivity. Like his predecessor, the late DILG Secretary Jesse M. Robredo, incumbent Mayor John G. Bongat continues to bring honor to the city, the latest of which, among others, is Naga's being a judge for 2 consecutive years, 2015 to 2016, as the country's overall #1 most competitive component city. Naga was likewise chosen in 2013 and 2016 as one of the top next wave cities of the Philippines. Also in 2014, the Lee Kuan Yew Institute of Public Policy of the National University of Singapore recognized Naga's ICT-driven project entitled Using ICT for Civic Engagement Towards Responsive Decision-Making as the most inspiring innovation in e-government and participatory innovations in Asia. Mayor Bongat's aggressive pro-investment platform has yielded positive results. In 2014, BLGF certified that Naga has developed a strong local revenue base from real property and business taxes because of its robust economy, controlling a 44% share in the total revenues of all 7 cities in the Bicol region, a feat that remains unparalleled to date. To cap it all, Mayor Bongat himself received in 2016 the prestigious CEO Excel Award given by the International Association of Business Communicators Philippines for its exemplary leadership in the field of public service. Mayor Bongat, with his game-changing leadership raised by a solid foundation of good governance, is expected to continue leading his beloved city to greater heights. Competitiveness and livability has been the city government's focus since Mayor Bongat assumed office in July 2010. The efforts can be summed up in our Help Your City agenda, which stands for help health, housing, and the urban poor, education, arts, culture, and sports development, livelihood, employment, and human development, peace and order, and public safety, cleanliness, and environmental protection, and transparency, accountability, and good governance. Truly, Naga City has evolved into a community that is worth living, enjoyable, and sustainable. However, the most important element of Naga City is its people. So, the city government exerts extra effort in providing and sustaining programs for the various sectors. Aside from the multi-awarded Naga City People's Council, NCPC, which is the primary venue for participation in governance by the organized sectors, the city maintains development and programs for its urban poor, PWDs, senior citizen, youth, and women. These programs, offices, and organizations have become institutional expressions of the care and attention provided by the city government to every Nagueño, Nagueña. Just recently, the Manila Times has chosen Naga as one of the top 10 model livable cities in the country. Naga City, beyond being livable, is well on its way to being lovable city, inspiringly livable and adorable indeed.
I believe that there is so much to share and learn. And by way of this special sisterhood partnership with our cities, it will not only open doors for opportunities for exchange in governance, commerce, tourism, education, environment, livelihood, youth and sports development, culture and the arts, heritage conservation, social services, and citizens empowerment, but also foster the blending of two cultures, a heritage city and a pilgrim city.
So on behalf of the City Government of Naga, thank you very much to the City Government of Vigan, headed by Mayor Carlo and Vice Mayor Lourdes Bakiran, and the entire officialdom of the City of Vigan for this golden opportunity to be sister with the City of Naga.
Historically, we are twins whose umbilical cords can be traced to the papal bull entitled Super Specula Militantes Ecclesia, issued by Pope Clement VIII on August 14, 1595, that established the Spanish colonial cities of Nueva Cáceres and Nueva Segovia, making our respective territories the first 4 royal cities in the Philippines that include Manila and Cebu.
are proud. We want the world to come